Hey, it's me, MLB. Here's chapter 97 of Gains, and this one is titled Into the Thick of It. Suddenly her arm morphed into a staff and she swung at you. Your instincts took over and in a split second you had made your own lightsaber and used it to block her swing, your light trumping her staff and swiping it in half. Sorry, you said quickly, immediately concerned that you'd somehow hurt her because of her arm having turned into a staff. Do you make it a habit to apologise to villains? She asked as she created another staff, and then turned her other arm into a second staff and thrust both of them at you. You're not a villain, and yes, I'm worried that I've hurt you. You said as you dodged both her staff attacks, and created a light ball to throw back at her, aiming for her staff. It hit one and smashed it, so she just created another one and attacked you again. This went on for a few minutes before she deactivated and held her hands up in a small surrender. Truce, I have a question, she said, so you deactivated and nodded your head. Yes? You asked her. How long have you been training as a hero? She asked. I'm still in training. I only just started this year. I know I have a long way to go. You replied. Do you even want to be a hero? She asked. Yes, you replied almost indignantly. I don't think you really do, she replied, and you gave her a little bit of a, the audacity look. What makes you say that? You asked her. Countless times you could have beat me, and countless times I could have beat you, yet you saw none of the openings and had no drive to defeat me. What does being a hero mean to you? She said pointedly. To help others? You said back. Anyone can do that, she replied quickly. You don't need to be a qualified hero to help those around you. That's character. You have good character and a good heart. That's what's driving you to help others. But that's not what it means to be a hero. You don't have a hero's heart. This struck you pretty hard. This was the first time that someone had challenged your drive to be a hero. Like, actually challenged you on your fundamentals and not just said that you couldn't be a hero because of your size. So what does it mean to be a hero? You asked her. That's for you to find out. You'll find the answer here if you're ready, and I mean ready to become a hero. This isn't a gym where you come and run on a treadmill, high-five your trainer, and then go home and sleep. No, this is where the girls are turned into women and boys are whipped into shape. So if you are truly ready, you come back tomorrow and we'll get started. But for now, go home and think about it, she said. And with that, she turned and walked over to another hero to assist them with what they were doing. You stood there for a second. Wow, this really was a hero gym. Slowly you turned and left, still reeling from that interaction. Ori, how did it go with the young girl? The man with the glasses asked the solid young trainer later that afternoon. Ah, she said with a small smirk. She's me from 5 years ago. The man nodded knowingly. Yes, I saw the qualities, he commented. Do you think she has what it takes? Not sure yet. She's super unsure of herself, fights defensively, cares about those who she doesn't see as a real threat, has a child's view on heroism, and lacks passion, Ori said calmly, listing these negative things like they were a regular shopping list. What a rap sheet, the guy replied. Yeah, if she shows up tomorrow, it doesn't mean she's truly ready, but I'll put her through her paces, and if she doesn't break down, then there might be potential there, she commented. Her power is truly awe-inspiring for one so young, the man said, but Ori just shrugged. There's no point putting venom in the fangs of a spider who's too shy to bite, she said, and the man nodded with agreement. Yes, I guess you're right, he hummed. Well, if she does come back tomorrow, I'll be making her up a gym card as I believe she'll take this head on. She may be quiet, but there's power in silence, and I believe she's resilient. Ori shrugged. We'll see, she said. The whole trip home, you were thinking about what Ori had said. She obviously wasn't there to make friends. Her words were sharp but true, and she reminded you of Bakugou. What does it mean to be a hero? You asked yourself. What does it truly mean to be a hero? You pondered this as you entered Heights Alliance, and as you walked, you suddenly found yourself outside Bakugou's door. Oops, what am I doing here? You thought, standing there for a second before taking a step back with the intent of walking away, but suddenly his door was swung wide open and you froze, staring at him like a deer caught in the headlights. What? He barked. What do you mean, what? You asked with surprise. I'm just standing here. I haven't done anything. What do you want? He asked. Nothing, I'll go, you replied, feeling a little hurt that he sounded so aggressive and almost pissed that you were standing there outside his door. But before you could take a step away, he reached out and grabbed you by the hand and yanked you into his room. You didn't even have a chance to say anything before you were engulfed in his hug and the door closed behind you. You need to talk, right? Where did you go today? Bakugou asked as he held you. How did you know that I went out? You asked into his chest. Because I went to your room and you weren't there, he replied. And you haven't checked your phone either. Oh, sorry, it must be on silent, he said, reaching into your pocket and pulling it out as you pulled back from the hug. You looked at the screen as it lit up and, yep, you had a message from Bakugou, one from Kiri, and one from Mum. You're 3 special people in your life. Sorry, you said again. I went to Quirked with the letter of recommendation, but now I'm not sure if I have what it takes to get in. You keep doubting yourself and it pisses me off. Bakugou grunted as he looked down at you. Well, it's not like I can suddenly start not doubting myself, you said with a small eye roll. So what do you want to talk about? He asked. Can we sit down and cuddle? You asked him. I just need some comfort while we talk because I don't really know how to tackle this one. Bakugou didn't say anything, just pulled you with him over to the bed and lay down, and you snuggled up next to him while he wrapped one arm around under you and left it sitting on your hip. More Bakugou snuggles. Stay tuned for chapter 98 coming tomorrow. I'll see you then.